with Noah T. You got the first question.
All right, no problem.
Kai, you were an All-American and ACC champion this past season. What's next for you this year?
Just do it again, I guess. But I think you just climb that podium. Really, just take the next best thing, really, or whatever I can take. But overall, just try to focus on keeping my health right and peaking at the right times. You know, doing the right things, doing the little things, and just just doing it all again. I guess going out, doing the best that you can do. Keeping myself healthy, and then just peaking at the right time. So.
Noah, go ahead.
Yeah, what did you learn the most about yourself, last year and kind of the run that you had?
Yeah, no, I learned a lot. It was a lot of self-discovery and just learning how I operate the best and what is going to allow me to perform the best. And that is just not worrying about things too much, not overthinking things, and just letting my preparation really decide the outcome rather than trying to fixate on a result. Is what I learned really is putting trust in the process rather than being like result oriented. And that's learning that and how that, can affect my performance was really important. And besides that, just really buying into the process and buying into the emotions of, the sport and being able to, play to those emotions and really let my personality shine in those moments and just having fun with it. Finally, I think out of all the years that I've been here, in my college wrestling years, last year was definitely more one of it was an agonizing and long and brutal year, but it was also one of the most exciting and emotional and one of the more fun years that I've had. Just being able to go out, compete, and really show off my personality and have fun and act like a psycho sometimes. So.
Well, Landon.
Hey Kai, Lane Smith, Tuffy Talk here. So I mean, one of the biggest things, which is definitely, I think in my mind looks like I created last year, was a great rivalry between you and Sam Latona from Virginia Tech. And the beautiful thing is that being that you guys are both, underclassmen, still a lot more matches there to be faced with them. Looking at Sam, do you kind of see him as, one of the predominant rivals for you, especially since you guys still have so many more matches probably to be had?
Oh yeah, I mean, we're definitely gonna run into each other at some point again. I've every match I'll be, I'm looking forward to every one of those matches because he is a very tough opponent, and I mean, I think as far as a rival, rivalries go, I think every opponent's gonna be a rival, but that's just me and Sam are just probably gonna be expected to see each other, looking and it's going to happen, but yeah, no, I think iron sharpens iron. You need that. That you need to be under that heat and under that pressure. To produce a better self, make yourself stronger. And that rivalry that we're gonna have is going to make both of us a better wrestler. And I welcome that. Every match that we have is going to be it's going to be a grind. It's going to be the outcome is not going to be certain and. Every battle that we go into will make us better in the end. So I welcome those battles.
Go ahead, Noah.
Yeah, Kai, you guys are going to Italy to take on Oklahoma State, one of the most historic programs in college wrestling. What does that opportunity mean to you?
I remember being in high school and they told the guys about it, or when they first did it, I was in high school and I was like, wait, you guys get to go to Italy? That's awesome. I want to do that. And then I got to college and 4 or 5 years later, I'm like, after 4 years, I was like, damn, I don't get to go to Italy. And then now, finally 5th year and we're going back. And I'm just like, I'm just excited to go to Italy. Who the heck gets to go to take a vacation around that time just to go wrestle. And then, we have a good amount of downtime too. So I'm just excited to go on vacation. That's cool. But yeah, especially going there and, getting a match and then wrestling Okie State, a good chance I get to wrestle Dayton Fix there. But I mean, even in this, that's one hell of an opponent and an opportunity to prove myself and, just put on a show again. So yeah, just very excited for that unique and awesome opportunity.
Go ahead, Noah.
Yeah, other than Italy, what else are you looking forward to this season?
I'm trying not to think too far ahead. It's going to be it's going to be a long 6 months. Last year was really long, so I think the more I tried to count down the days, the longer it felt. So, it's probably just take one day at a time, not think too far ahead, but really just focus on what's coming up. Really, I think we've got our first weigh-in and competition coming up at the end of the month. Then after that, it'll just be the next thing, and then the next thing, and the next thing. So all the way up until we get to March, and we're at the NCAA tournament. But yeah, I just try not to think too far ahead. But whole next 6 months, we got a long road ahead. We got a fury road to ride. So
Rob?
Yeah, I just wanted to know what were the traits about Pat and North Carolina State University that led you to want to come there, and how has the experience been? Sort of maybe get a little reflective and look back.
yeah, no. I came here for a few different reasons, and it wasn't just wrestling here. I wanted somewhere that was going to challenge or aid me academically, because I knew I knew what I didn't want to do, and I knew that I didn't want to just go into something that I was gonna end up hating or do something. So being in a design field, which I knew I was going, which I knew what I was good at, it was very important to me. We had a good school for that, but then besides that, just looking at the team and what the wrestling, just like what the wrestling environment was going to give me, it was all good things that I was looking for. It was accountability, it was culture, it was a place that really really promoted people to be a better person in the end, rather than just being a good wrestler. I think I could have picked anywhere to go, and I would have been a better wrestler. But I looked at this place, and I looked at the way that Pat kind of runs his team, and the principles that he really stressed in the guys that he was coaching, and the overall culture and the accountability that he held with, like, that he still holds with everybody, is probably one of the more thankful things that I've been able to take away as a person, rather than just a wrestler too. So
Do you see the standard as being maintained, or do you think it's been lifted in your time there? And is there more of a ceiling? Is there more to go, I guess?
oh no, I think the culture and the expectations that I had coming in as a freshman have definitely been reinforced, and are pretty prevalent, and basically the same as after 5 years. So yeah, I don't think much has changed. I think if you come to NC State, you're coming here for the same reasons that everyone has came here for. And the guys that stay and they make it out of the end, I think everyone comes out being thankful that they picked NC State, because of those things, that that the core principles that we've stressed as a culture on the team. And yeah, pretty much that.
How is Pat as a leader and a teacher?
Uh he's an oddball, but he makes it work. I mean, I think I can't say that I've ever had one quite like him. I mean, I've had a bunch of different wrestling coaches who are all crazy in their own right, but Pat's got his own little twang that kind of got his own little version of being a little extreme. But I mean, he's good. I think whenever what he preaches, as a recruit, and what he tells you, what you're going to expect. I think he 100%. That's kind of what you get, and you come in, and whenever you tell him, when you tell him your goals and what you want to be and what you want to set out to do, he's absolutely going to hold you accountable to those goals. And if you get upset about it or whatever, he's just going to tell you, hey, this is what you wanted, this is what you asked for, this is why you're here, and this is why you said you were here. So, and that, right, I think he definitely, he holds up his word, and he tells you like it is too. So
Thank you for your time, sir.
oh yeah, no problem.
All right, we got time for one more for Kai. Go ahead, Noah.
I kind of talked about, picking NC State also for, academically, and then being able to do, art and design. What is it like for you to kind of be able to, display, I guess, your creativity, on your own body, just by, getting yourself tattoos and things like that?
Yeah, no, it's been the other side of the coin. I've my whole identity, pretty much my whole life, has been a wrestler. But after, eventually, I'm not gonna be able to wrestle forever. But being an artist and being a designer now has been just the other side of that coin. That's kind of helped me get through life, really, because it was something that it's always been something that I've enjoyed doing. As a kid in class, I'd be whatever class I was in, we taking notes. I end up just doodling on my paper because I'm sick and tired of taking notes and can't do math, can't write a paper. Can't stand think about history or anything like that. So I'm just like, it's just always how my brain has always worked. It's always what I've gravitated towards, and now it's a passion that I can pursue outside of wrestling and turn it into a career, or it keeps me sane. It's got a long wrestling season. I need some kind of balance to keep my mind right, and being an artist and being able to design and all that other stuff has been able to balance me out and keep me on my feet. So. But yeah, all the stuff that came with that has been very beneficial too. The tattoos, just everything, and has been being able to find all these different mediums that I like to do, and all these different passions that I can pull out of being an artist. It's all very it's so rewarding and profitable too. So